Hey guys, so welcome back to Raincode. Let's carry on where we left off. You can see here, things are pretty freaking dire. Down in Amaterasu's secret lab, we encountered Fink the Slaughter Artist, hard at work, managing to take down Dr. Huesca despite his ultra-secure lab protecting him of sorts for the past couple of months. Unfortunately, all it took was one letter, and the cocky Dr. Huesca challenging the Slaughter Artist to come and get him. It looks like Yako also encountered the Slaughter Artist outside before he got stomped on by Hellsmile. Thankfully, I managed to yell out my safe word and, well, they appeared. Alara Nightmare and good old Vivia Twilight as well coming into the rescue. So now, what we need is a pick-me-up, guys. We need to go for a gumshoe gab, I think. We need to lighten the mood a little bit. We should probably gab with Yako, because this may be the very last time we hear his voice. If I fail to find the other gab, that is. Princess Kaguya and Bamboo Grove. No idea what that's supposed to mean. Oh, Yako, Yako, Yako. What are we gonna do without you?
Guess you could say that.
And that's what happened.
Chief, what made you want to become a detective?
Huh? That came out of nowhere.
Did it? I thought it would be a genuine question to get to know you better.
I'd understand it if you had special powers like everyone else.
But there's that, yeah, he doesn't have a forte of sorts, doesn't he?
But you're not like them. So I want to know what made you decide to be a detective.
I see.
Well, we know that he loves Kanai Ward so much and he wanted to protect it with his life, apparently.
Well, you could say something encouraged me, but it's not very interesting. As a kid, I was basically Watson.
Like a detective's assistant?
Back in high school, I worked as a part-timer at a small detective agency. But obviously, I never got to do any exciting stuff like investigate murders.
Oh yeah, of course, you just wrote about it, did you?
All I did was find lost pets and cheating spouses.
So exactly what the Nocturnal Detective Agency was doing before we showed up.
I see you've really developed your career since you were a detective's assistant.
Yeah, that's right. But one time, I was involved in the real deal. I took part in an investigation of a murder case. Though I was a kid at the time, so I couldn't do much. The detective there was just some slovenly old guy. But he solved that case like Holmes would have.
Oh god. Did he dance all over the crime scene pointing out inconsistencies that weren't quite inconsistencies?
I sure looked up to him after that.
Was there a Nipponese lawyer assisting him?
So that's why he strove to become a detective.
If I didn't have an admiration for detectives, or if I had never taken that part-time job at the agency, I wouldn't have become one.
I see that, man. It's funny how they make you choose your career and what you want to do for the rest of your life so soon out of high school, you know? Like, it's a pretty mammoth trajectory your life's going to follow upon choosing one thing you need to specialize in, and I feel like we're far too young to make that kind of commitment at such a young age, you know?
Chief looks kinda sad.
Like, take, for example, myself. I only became an accountant because, A, it was simple enough in high school, and B, they told me there was lots of money in it. But, God, it's soul-sucking, and I kind of wish that I thought about it a little bit more and figured out what I really wanted to do with the rest of my life. You know what I mean? Does it bring back good memories? I don't think he regrets it. Unless, well, I mean, he is nervous about getting into trouble.
Well, you know, it's been well over 10 years now, so why do you ask?
Just reminiscing about the good old days, you know?
No reason. I guess that's not the reason why. So, what was that look earlier? Do you regret it?
I suppose that was the answer we should have chosen then.
You mean regret being a detective?
Yeah. You looked real sad all of a sudden.
Well, I had to deal with a bunch of troublesome stuff after I became a detective.
There have been times I wished I'd never taken this path.
I feel that, for sure.
But there's also happiness I never would have experienced had I not become one. A lot of people I never would have met, too.
It's funny when they say, like, you know, if you go back in time, would you change this one thing? And it's kind of hard to think, because, yeah, there's a lot of bad stuff that may be associated with your choice, but there's a lot of good stuff, too, and it's hard to weigh up your options, right? Most of the time.
Like you guys, for example.
Chief.
I know. Let's go out and eat sometime.
Yeah, because you're definitely not cooking, Kokohead.
You know, Talking about the past sure made me want a drink. You should join me.
Does that mean you're buying?
You better hurry up and get ready before I leave you behind.
Alright, well, if you're buying.
Why did you ignore my question? Well, after losing my memories, I'm glad it was everyone here I ended up meeting.
And not those losers on the Amaterasu Express. Screw those guys.
Wait, the chief said he doesn't regret being a detective, but why did he look so sad? Maybe I misinterpreted.
Master, you and Yako seem to have grown even closer together.
Right before his untimely demise. We talk about his past, and the guy has no future at this rate. I do have to say, though, I'm really banking on Vivia Twilight over there. We don't know what his forte is, but I have a funny feeling it has something to do with death, seeing as he talks about it a lot. I'm wondering if maybe he could share life force or something. I don't know. Let's start by talking with him. He's in the far corner.
Vivia, I didn't know you were here at the lab, too.
Yeah, I didn't have a choice. Chief's orders.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't realize he brought the lot of you.
Although, I do feel a sense of wonder at the idea of a secret lab. I fully intended to take a lazy look around the place, but I wasn't given the chance to relax.
True, I don't think they got a fireplace or a piano tucked away in these labs.
I was dragged around by Halara and forced to search all over. Jeez, no one will leave me alone.
Master, I get the feeling that he's...
He's what?
Huh? What is it?
nothing. Maybe it's just my imagination.
Vivia's got you really nervous, huh?
Seriously, what?
Just tell me, Shinigami. Sheesh.
Yuma, I'm glad you're safe. I can't handle seeing anyone else covered in blood.
I know, right? Jeez, we've already almost lost one of our own. Surely no one else is gonna get hurt. Especially after the massacre on the Amaterasu Express.
Yeah, I'll manage.
Us detectives are an endangered species.
Someone punched me in the face during that scuffle earlier.
But dude, I appreciate you, attempting to sacrifice yourself for me and Fubuki to run away.
They damaged my precious moneymaker. Damn it!
Much respect for that. I'll make sure your moneymaker is restored to all its money-making glory.
Oh, what do we do now? We can't stay here for too long.
Right.
Come up with a plan. Find some solution keys, pronto.
Halara, what brought you here?
You said my name numerous times in a begging and pleadful tone.
I was preparing to sneak into that restricted area we discussed.
Oh. Yeah, that turned out to be a red herring.
But just as I was about to leave, the chief told me about the death threat. So I headed to Amaterasu with everyone else and snuck into the lab. After that, the chief told Vivia and I to investigate the area.
How the hell did all of you get in here? We went through all the security measures with Makoto, right? And they were saying how secure this place was, and I guess if the entirety of the Nocturnal Detective Agency could get in, what's one slaughter artist? Who seemed to be a person who could easily change disguises. I don't know if that's a forte related, or he's just that good. Or she, we don't know. We don't know.
I didn't think it would end up this way. We should have stayed together as a group.
Look, hindsight's 20/20 at this point.
What's the chief's condition?
We've provided first aid, but
Will he survive?
I'm sorry. I don't know the right lie to tell you at this time.
Ah, well, that's very charming.
So, the chief...
In any case, it's only a matter of time at this rate. We must get him out of here as soon as possible.
I'm not mourning the chief until he's actually
That's
dead.
No easy task. We took out some of the peacekeepers, but many are still around. And Yomi managed to disappear. I wonder if he took advantage of the confusion and ran away.
He definitely did, that little weasel.
It's unlike him to quietly retreat. He'll return here soon with many more of his underlings.
Then we need to leave this facility right away!
The gate to the lab has been sealed off. Thanks to that, we can't even leave the building.
Well, how's Fink getting out of here?
The elevator to the ground level has been disabled too.
We just need to follow their trail.
We have no place to run.
No place to run?
Fubuki? She seems to be taking it the hardest because I think she has the most potential to resolve the situation, right? Well, she had the most potential to resolve the situation because she could turn back time, but the fact that she tried twice and failed both times, like, poor girl, man, she really put her all in.
Fubuki, are you alright?
No wonder she's taking it so hard.
Yes, I will be well once I rest a bit. However, my inexperience resulted in the chief.
No, you're a last resort, Fubuki, okay?
It's not your fault. You tried your best to help. I was bewildered and confused, and you brought me all the way here. Thank you so much.
Just rest up, catch your breath.
I'm the one who's still inexperienced. He was right there. I couldn't do anything to help him.
Damn, man, everyone's feeling so shit. It's a team effort, guys, okay?
How can I call myself a detective when I can't even save a friend?
There! Right now you're still a trainee anyway!
Thank you, Shinigami. Always a hoot. Always spreading that positive message.
Sorry.
Thank you. Now's not the time, Shinigami. Sorry, Halara, I didn't mean to speak with you. We need to get the chief out of here as soon as possible. But Yomi and the Peacekeepers won't allow it. What to do? How can we resolve the situation? Okay. Chief, hang in there.
Please stay strong. Chief.
Oh, Yuma.
He's still breathing, but he's lost a lot of blood. This is what death looks like. It's the same as every other victim you've seen.
Yeah, great. Thank you, Shinigami.
It's not the same. I won't let it be the same.
Hey, you got a minute?
Yeah, I think we've got a minute, as long as the Peacekeepers don't bust in here and interrupt.
We can't stay here forever. We have to take a chance and try busting through the front gates.
I can't agree to that. Wagering on a bet you have no chance of winning is the same as throwing the match.
So you'd rather keep waiting until Peacekeepers break down the door? Oh, right. We can use Fubuki's thing.
Okay, we can't just keep relying on Fubuki. The poor girl's exhausted. And, well, I understand what Halara's talking about. Like, maybe the situation will change while we're waiting here for something to happen, you know? Like, all they know is that if we go for the front gate, we're guaranteed to lose.
Huh? Mine? Really? I am not sure it is worthy of showing off yet.
I've no clue where your head's at, but I'm talking about your thing! Your forte! If we use that, we can get through the gate without being spotted by the Peacekeepers!
What? No.
Even if they catch us, you can just turn back time!
And what if they just keep catching us over and over? Like...
Impossible. The gate can't be unlocked except from the outside. A Peacekeeper has to make a call on the intercom to get them to open it.
I mean, Desigo's got the disguise ability, but what I'm really curious about is Vivia's forte at this point. What can the guy offer us?
They would never let us through. That won't change no matter how many times you try.
Then what about Desuhiko's disguise forte? If he looks like a Peacekeeper, maybe he can get us through the gate.
I thought about that too, but my bag is outside the gate.
What the hell is it doing outside the gate?
This shorty detective is so useless. He can never help when we need him most.
This is the guy who, you know, almost sacrificed his life for us to escape, Shinigami. Let's not rule him out.
Maybe we have no choice but to force our way through.
Don't rush to conclusions. The roulette has yet to stop. Until it does, we must consider the best course of action.
Let's see what happens with Fink, right? Like, how are they going to get out? Mind you, we still need to solve how they got into that secret... Oh, not the secret lab, but Whisker's lab.
The best course? I don't know.
What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? What do we do? Can we actually, like, leave? The entire map's glowing. Is there anything in this room we can look at? This is the surveillance monitor. I don't think there's any shards we can collect because we already grabbed the one here.
This is truly...
There's an astonishing number of monitors. It looks like every inch of the lab can be observed from here. I can't see anything on the monitors because of the blackout. Oh, well that's just useful, isn't it? Is there anything on this side we can look at? Nope. Alright, let's start talking with everyone again. Vivia.
We're completely stuck. So this is where I finally die.
I'm sorry it's not more cozy.
I won't let that happen. I will never let it happen again.
Well...
It may be suicidal, but it's better than staying here like this. We gotta force our way through the front. Damn it! If we don't hurry, the chief is gonna...
I mean, Disney Ego's really passionate about just busting our way out of here.
How did it end up like this?
We bit off more than we could chew.
We just happened to appear at the scene of the doctor's murder.
Yes, that's it.
Huh?
The Peacekeepers made up their minds that we're responsible for killing Dr. Weska. They don't think the Hitman even existed in the first place.
Right.
So what? Proving that doesn't help us in this situation at all.
But what if we proved our innocence? What if we could prove this was done by the Hitman?
We're still trespassing in a lab.
The Peacekeepers would have no reason to apprehend us.
I don't think Yomi needs a reason at this point.
Maybe, but still.
How do you intend on proving our innocence?
Don't tell me you're gonna catch that Hitman and turn him over to the Peacekeepers. That's impossible. He's probably already escaped by now.
That's true. We'll have no body to produce.
Then we gotta investigate it. We have to investigate the doctor's lab and gather evidence of the Hitman's crime.
That's crazy talk. How do you plan on investigating under these circumstances? Besides, proving our innocence doesn't guarantee the Peacekeepers will suddenly let us go.
Damn it, Disney Ego, why do you have to make so much sense now?
This facility is already restricted. They could make up any reason they want to arrest us. You've seen how they act for a while now.
That may be true, but
But we've got no other choice. If we go for the front gate, it's suicide.
we're detectives, aren't we? We have to stand up to them the only way we can. When all hope seems lost, that's exactly the moment to fight back as detectives. We must obtain the truth and use it against the Peacekeepers.
I agree with Yuma.
Especially if the Hitman's, like, one of their own, right?
Laura,
It's true. Detectives should use the truth as their weapon of choice. I didn't expect to hear that from you, Yuma. You sure have grown.
No, I'm the same height.
But how do we even investigate? The place is crawling with Peacekeepers outside this room.
I'm gonna need someone's forte.
Still, it's not impossible. We have someone with the best forte for this situation.
Yes, please. Show me.
huh? Could it be Vivia?
Just leave me alone. I just want to fucking sit down here and die, goddammit. Please. I know that's not what you sound like.
Vivia, will you tell me about your forte?
Just this scene. The way I'm looking up at him, he looks like a tired granddad looking at this child just going, ugh.
I just remembered. I heard rumors about him back at the WDO.
Oh, you just remembered now, do you? Very convenient.
Vivia Twilight can supposedly solve crimes in his sleep.
What? Really?
In his sleep?
It's not a big deal. My condition lets me do detective work while sleeping.
What, you got like astral projection or something?
Kinda like how some people sneeze differently than others. In my case...
Oh, just get to the point. We're running out of time. Can you or can't you do this investigation?
Oh, the point? Well, the point is, at the end of the rainbow is an ancient battlefield.
Oh, yes, of course.
Hey, can I punch you just this once?
He goes at the end of his rope.
Get him, tiny man! You and I are on the exact same page right now.
Oh god, Shinigami switch sides.
If I skip too much, you won't understand.
You must understand the battlefield that takes place at the end of the rainbow first.
Reading the first and final page of a novel won't give you any notion about the story.
I don't want to hear about some story. Tell us about your forte!
Oh god.
I'll explain.
Thank you. Someone, please, just say what it is.
His forte is spectral projection.
Okay, there we go.
He can control his own ethereal self.
He does have astral projection. Well, spectral projection, sorry.
Ethereal self. I suppose I should call it a soul or a ghost. He is not confined by the laws of physics.
Nope, he just has an out-of-body experience every time he sleeps.
Which means he can pass through walls and floors. And all the while, other people cannot see him.
In other words, you can turn yourself into a ghost?
And he could have been spying on me this entire time. Right? I think that's why he started getting a little bit more, I don't know, ominous.
So you can investigate without being seen by the peacekeepers.
I won't do it.
That's okay, I'll do it. You just need to hold my hand.
Huh?
You can turn the page of a novel with one and hold my palm with the other.
Hey, now's not the time to back down. I'm not asking you to read the room or whatever, but at least do something for your friends here.
You think I don't care about my friends? I've made my decision because I care for all of you.
Oh.
You're all determined to fight. But don't you think it'd be better to do as the peacekeepers say in this case?
But surrender and let Yako die?
You may be able to get Chief Yako medical attention in exchange for surrendering.
I don't know if I trust their medical attention.
Don't you think that's the highest chance of survival out of all our options?
Surrender? Oh, you gotta be kidding. Don't you have any pride as a detective?
Maybe we can find the slaughter artist in exchange for medical attention.
Not at all.
Whoa, that sure was blunt.
Clinging to pride is why conflict will never vanish from this world.
Oh.
I hate conflict. I'd rather live in a quiet and peaceful world.
Here, here, buddy.
Butterflies cross the lake, and snowy flowers conceal the moon. I simply wish to sleep soundly in a serene world.
Huh.
Is it such a crime to hold this small wish?
Oh, small is debatable.
If no one else is willing to say it, then I will warn you. It's a sin to waste such a talent given to you. You are skilled as a detective. However, you lack the willpower to make use of it. Why is that? Are you afraid of something? Or perhaps you are laughing at the rest of us.
Oof.
I'm happy to hear you have such high regard for me, Halara. But you're simply overestimating me.
What a humble guy.
I didn't become a detective because I wanted to be. And as to whether or not I'm afraid, I would say that I may be.
Fair enough.
When you desire something, you're afraid of losing it. And yet, why does everyone continue to have desires? Is the truth even worth it?
It's no use. I thought he was incomprehensible, but he's actually completely bonkers.
Now's not the time for a philosophical discussion.
Look at the chief. He's dying here. Doesn't it hurt your soul even a little? I can't believe you'd go and spout all this nonsense right now.
I apologize if I've offended you. Don't worry. I'll stop talking.
Oh god. Talking's not the issue. We just need you to help us investigate this crime.
As usual, I'll simply go to a dark place, out of sight, out of mind.
Oh god, the guilt trip is real.
Master, you gotta stop him!
Stop him from what? Going to a dark place?
Vivia, please, wait.
Get back here.
I don't understand what you're saying, but I know we need your help right now. If you say you won't cooperate with the investigation, I don't mind. But in exchange,
I just need to borrow your forte.
will you please hold hands with me?
Are you trying to make up? I don't remember us fighting to begin with.
No, I just want to borrow your power.
Ah, this is your coalescence, is it?
It is.
You knew and were just playing dumb?
Well, if it's just holding hands, I don't mind. I have no reason to decline.
Thank you. What?
Shinigami?
What is this sensation? I knew it already, but this guy is strange.
Is it because he can project his spectral form that he can see other spectral forms?
Strange? Yeah, He is kind of a weird person.
Is he holding something back from us?
That's not what I meant!
Just tell me! Please, I just want answers! Someone!
So, you can now use spectral projection? If so, I must warn you. When using my forte, your body will act as though you're asleep. You better lay down before you begin.
All right.
Okay. I'll be back.
You'll be defenseless while using it, so be careful. No, everyone is here, so you don't have to worry.
What happens if you stop holding my hand? Do I just, like, snap back to my body?
Also, your ghost form doesn't mean you're completely safe from harm.
Hey, Yuma. Do you think you can do it?
Got no choice.
I don't know, but I'll try. Can you watch over my body in the meantime?
Yeah, you can count on me.
Thanks, buddy.
Go and investigate to your heart's content. We'll handle things here.
Understood. There's not much time. I need to proceed with the investigation and get everyone out of here. I have to do this for Chief Yako.
Here he goes. Will Shinigami come with me?
Wow, your soul
Whoa.
is taken out!
Don't reap it, please.
So this is spectral projection. It's strange to see myself outside of my own body.
Right? I say that like I've done it before.
Ow! Wait, it didn't hurt, but it feels like I bumped into something. Is it because I've become a spirit like you, Shinigami?
Looks like I can smack you directly now! I'm loving this!
Ugh.
This makes me feel really uneasy.
Lucky for you, I'm here! Now we're literally soulmates!
We are. Just don't pull out your scythe and slice open my neck.
His soul has probably left his body about now.
Oh, is it that obvious? Am I snoring?
Huh? Really? He doesn't look all that different to me.
Looks like Tetsuhiko can't see me. I'm sure I can investigate without the peacekeepers spotting me now.
Alright, well let's take this bad boy for a spin, see what our limitations are and what we can actually pull off.
By the way, Yuma, I'm sure you're hovering right above the floor near us.
Oh, I wish I could say I was hovering, but no, my feet are firmly planted on the ground.
You're only doing so subconsciously. Right now, you're truly free from the shackles of the laws of physics.
Ooh.
Similarly, it may at first be difficult to pass through a wall due to the preconceived notion that you'll be blocked.
True, it'll be like against your instincts to walk straight into the
To
wall.
begin, try passing through a door. Your consciousness views doors innately as passageways.
Good advice.
Why don't you try it out?
I'm passing through the door.
Here it goes.
You and I are the same now, Master!
Oh yes. Well, I'm not a death god. I'm just regular old Kokohead. Well, this isn't the first time we've chased after an assassin, and the last one certainly failed at his objective, so let's make it 2 for 2.
Yeah.
Oh, there you are, Yuma. Well, good luck. You can see me?
Thank you very much.
Vivia, thank you. Or can I, like, hear people's thoughts and whatnot as I
This
approach?
looks bad.
I'm counting on you, my man. You're the only one that can save the chief.
Yeah.
Got it. I'll be right back, Tetsuhiko. Halara? It's on you, Yuma. There's not much time left, so make it a clean, efficient investigation.
That's right.
We have to hurry to the doctor's room. What am I doing talking to these people who can't even see me? We'll definitely find a way. Please hang in there, Chief. Chief, please do not die on us.
Yeah.
I have to hurry with the investigation, for everyone's sake. Alright, here goes. Whoa! Oh my god, it happened. Truly, the shackles of physics,
You really made it.
or the laws of physics, I should say, are broken.
This means I can freely go in and out of places I couldn't before.
Okay, I can stalk people too, and they wouldn't have a
The
clue.
hallway's brightly lit now. Seems like the regular power switched back on.
Nice. I like how these peacekeepers haven't even bothered to look inside the surveillance room.
Anyway, we gotta investigate the murder scene. We need to hurry up before more peacekeepers arrive.
Yep, hysterical.
Let's do it. Time to gather all the solution keys we can. Nothing to see here. Whoa. The hell is that? Okay. I think that's what Vivia was talking about. Jesus Christ. I don't even want to approach it. Oh, there's a bunch. Holy. Oh. Okay, I'm gonna go this way. I just want to find out more about these things.
What are those?
God, that creeps me the hell out.
They're lost, wandering souls. They're your natural enemies while you're in ghost form.
Is that true, or are you being sarcastic?
Is this what Vivia was warning us about?
Yeah, just be careful not to touch them.
What happens if I do?
What happens if I do?
Do I become a lost soul as well?
We'll be joining them! I can't wait to see that!
Well, you'll be joining them too, by default, since you're tied to me.
Why are you excited about that? Anyway, let's be careful and make sure not to touch them.
Okay.
Time for the tutorial!
Spectral projection. Get to Dr. Huesca's critical lab, but watch out for the wandering souls.
Hits.
A wandering soul.
Gonna get nuts!
Will drag whatever it touches to the afterlife, so be careful. So spooky. Spooky. Okay, gotcha. I don't want to go to the afterlife just yet. Surprised, since Vivia wants to die so bad, he doesn't just hug one of these creatures. Okay, well, I don't have a lot of room to maneuver, do I? Sheesh. There's this big guy. I don't think I can bypass him. Can I? Maybe not. Let's go this way. Hang on, let's find a path. I don't think we can bypass the big guys, for sure. Does he, like, scare them off or something? No, he just walks right through them, of course. Okay. Tiny ones. It does float up in the air. Maybe I can run underneath it. Ah!
Oh, that was a close one.
Okay. Goodness me. Alright. Keep going, keep going. Jesus.
Flowing like a waterfall.
Bloody hell! Things are freaky. Okay, made it here. Can we go inside this lab?
Whoa.
Probably
it's
not.
Huge! I wonder how many people are in there.
Okay, so it's not one soul, it's like a whole bunch amalgamated into one?
Looks like we can't go this way. Let's look for another path.
No. Okay. Over here we can go. Another big guy. Can we squeeze through?
You can't go
Looks a
this
bit
way.
risky.
Try looking for another route.
Okay. Thank you, Shinigami. You're a good pal. Getting me away from life-threatening situations. Jesus. Okay, they can even expand slightly. Yeah, I know. Okay, can I go into that one? Oh shit, I just realized on the map there's nothing even there. Alright. Okay. Wah! Oh, what happened? Did I touch one on the floor? There was definitely none there.
We have to hurry to the crime scene.
Okay, nice instant respawn. Oh yeah, there is one on the floor there. It just rose up at the wrong time. Sheesh, how's that fair? How am I supposed to realize it was there? Okay, wait. Good. You gotta write an apology. Why is that? Okay. Simple, straightforward.
Just a bit more.
Okay, can't go that way either. What the hell is this? Okay. I don't see any pattern. Oh, there we go. Of course! Of course it just pops up from the fucking floor! How dare you! That's so
We have to
rude.
hurry to the crime scene.
It'd be nice if I could at least see that there is one there. Although that's on me for being impatient. Okay. Now I can go. Whew. My goodness. So many lost wandering souls here in this lost secret lab.
here. I hope there's no one inside.
Who cares if there is? Not like they can see you anyway.
I'm talking about lost souls.
It's a matter of how I feel. Even if they can't see me, it'd make me uneasy if peacekeepers were there.
Oh, really? Come on, Yuma. Grow a pair, why don't you? They'll be fine.
So that's how it is. I'm already used to it, so I didn't notice.
We'll even be able to eavesdrop on them, listen to what their thoughts are. Here goes. What if the slaughter artist had a similar power?
Guess the peacekeepers have better stuff to do than investigate after all that happened.
Yeah, they got better stuff to do than clean up Whisker's body, one of their top researchers. I've just been thinking, like, you know, detectives can't be the only people in the world that have fortes, right? We haven't had a killer who's had a forte so far.
I wonder if the doctor's body is still here.
Maybe the doctor's soul is still floating around here, unable to pass on.
Is that a thing?
I just scared myself.
Hey, if we meet the doctor's soul, maybe we can ask him what happened.
That'll be a thing.
This may be weird coming from me, but I doubt it'll be that easy.
Oh, okay.
I guess so. We'll just have to take this one step at a time.
True, it's chapter 4. We're no longer on Easy Street. That was chapter 3's job. Okay, investigation time.
Time to investigate.
Let's take a good look around. We got the intercom.
This intercom is connected to the doctor's lab. I spoke to Dr. Weska a few times over this.
That we did.
We were talking on the intercom when the incident started. Dr. Weska, I'll come get you. Can you shut off the security on your end?
As far as I'm aware, he didn't actually shut it off, according to the log.
Wait. What the?
Dr. Weska? What's wrong?
Wait. Who are you? Help! Somebody come help me!
I mean, dude, it was your fault for tempting fate.
Doctor? Doctor!
Daring him to come in.
The doctor was
He answered the call.
someone. That means the intruder was already inside at the time. So it has to have been the hitman. How did he get inside?
How did he get inside? This is like locked room mystery times 3.
The security system was still active, so it should have been impossible to enter. How did the killer get in? And where did he go after murdering the doctor?
Right? I think he was disguised with that long coat, no? And then he threw the coat off and he reverted to a scientist disguise? How did he get in? What the hell?
This is the airlock. Let's check it out in case there are any clues.
Of course. Decontamination device.
Faster?
This is the decontamination device. If toxic gas leaks from the other chamber, this device is supposed to ensure it doesn't spread.
Right.
What's inside the vents? I want to scope it out further, but I'm too short.
But the laws of physics kind of like leap up into the air.
Master, did you forget you're a ghost right now?
Exactly. I just need to make sure I don't float through the ceiling.
Oh, right! I can just do this.
Yeah. Wow.
Whoa!
Well, at least I can control how high I float.
No kidding. This spectral projection is such a convenient forte.
Especially for this chapter.
If that anemic vampire joined the investigation from the start, this could have gone much faster.
Yeah, I suppose he could have just fallen asleep while Dr. Whisk was getting attacked.
Maybe, but there's no point in debating it now.
Though he wouldn't be able to interfere, but at least would know who was responsible and how he got in and out.
The vent has a cover with bars on it. It looks hollow inside.
Is this linked with the other airlock?
But it's
The third
too
room?
dark to say for certain. The cover has a hinge on it.
Hmm.
It looks like it can be easily opened and closed. Oh, that's right. I can't touch it since I'm a ghost right now.
That's inconvenient.
But there's no need to open it with my hand. I can just stick my head inside.
There goes. Whoa.
There's a lot of space in here.
Hey, maybe this was the way out. The intruder must have come through here.
Is it that simple?
So that's it, right? That solves everything.
This is the main part of the decontamination device. During decontamination, the fins rotate to suck out air.
I mean, I don't think Fink is that skinny to get through these fins.
The structure isn't built for someone to get inside. It's designed to filter air and nothing else. This couldn't be used as an escape route.
Well, having an easy escape out of a locked room is like covering your pizza in anchovies.
It is?
How's that?
Because it'd ruin the whole thing.
Sure. The cover is easy to open and close. Probably for maintenance.
Maybe that's where he was hiding. When we ran in to investigate.
There's no harm in remembering this. It could be a clue for something else.
Something was definitely hiding in there, whether it was him or gear of some kind. This device exists to prevent leakage from the toxic gas chamber.
This way!
Alright, well, okay, wait for me. Goodness. In such a hurry, aren't you?
We've arrived! It's the dangerous toxic gas chamber!
The meat and potatoes of this entire security measure.
Once it detects an intruder, it'll puff out toxic gas. It's a room with a terrifying contraption. Well, it's disarmed, so there's nothing to worry about. Also, you're a ghost, so it wouldn't detect you anyway.
And even if it did detect me, I wouldn't die, right?
Let's check this out too.
Okay. There's got to be a flaw in this system somewhere. Toxic gas vents. Let's take a look.
So this is where the toxic gas comes out.
It's supposed to be super fatal, right?
Yeah, the toxic gas is bacterial, so regular gas masks aren't supposed to work against it.
And it's corrosive, too.
Even if you hold your breath, it'll be absorbed through the skin. And there is no treatment for it in the world. The bacteria takes time to spread through your body, and you'll supposedly die after about 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Someone said you need a spacesuit to move through here safely.
Maybe Fink had a spacesuit.
Such a scary trap. Whoever invented it won't have a peaceful death. Wait, that already happened!
Is the 30 minutes part important, I wonder? There isn't a cure for it in the world.
There doesn't seem to be a secret exit, which makes sense, as it defeats the purpose of having a toxic gas chamber.
If that's the case, how did the intruder get through the chamber?
Right now, I have no idea.
What's underneath us? The toxic gas is bacterial, so regular gas masks are ineffective against it.
Let's go to the next one!
Okay.
And we've arrived at the last room, the panel chamber. There are 9 panels divided in a 3x3 grid, and you must step on them in the order that the doctor set.
Yes.
Make one mistake, and you get zapped with high voltage!
And something tells me he didn't have unlimited tries like we did.
High voltage isn't just a threat. We've seen what happened to Amapel. It's not a problem since security is disarmed at the moment.
Also, you're still a ghost master.
I could just float over the panels anyway. There are 9 panels in the 3x3 configuration. You must step on them in a special order to proceed. High voltage and panel chamber. Okay, nothing to examine here. We got it straight by entering the room.
And here's what all that security was protecting. Pressing this switch opens the door to the doctor's lab. We managed to get this far earlier, thanks to Amapel and Fubuki's forte.
I don't think the person went through the door. Obviously, right? If he went through the door, Dr. Whisker would have noticed the door opening. And then he would have panicked then, right? Not by seeing him in person inside his lab already.
I see it all, like it's flashing right before my eyes.
Is that correct line of thinking? Hope so.
Looks like this is it, my man. Hurry up and hit that switch. We just need to stretch Amapel's arm out to that switch. We're in a hurry, but this door is moving so slowly.
Oh yeah, and the door moves freaking slow too.
Yuma, that should be good enough. Hurry up and move Amapel through that crack in the door.
And then Amapel got knocked over the moment it went inside. What was that all about?
Oh yeah. Didn't the researcher mention when an arm's extended, no other controls will function? I guess I need to pull back the arm first.
So... okay. I was wondering, like, why is there such a stupid-ass rule where you can't turn the head or something while the arm is open, right? So, when we open the door right here, this is when Fink the Slaughter Artist escaped. Must be. Because we are unable to turn our head to look at the door and watch him leave. That's gotta be it, right?
Now we can move again. Hurry, Yuma.
So, Fink had already departed the lab by the time we got Amapel in. He left during the time we opened the door for him.
I remember the the trouble you had waiting for the door to open.
Okay, so I think we've established how Fink got out, but how did Fink get in is the other issue.
It opened really slowly, and we also had to retract Amapal's arm.
We tried to hurry inside, but Amapal suddenly fell over.
I don't know what that's all about, though.
There were no steps or obstacles, so why did that happen?
I'm sure it was pushed by the fleeing culprit.
That has to be it. Which means we passed by the culprit as he headed out.
Yeah, that's when he hid inside the fan. We ran into the lab and he got out of the fan. The door of the panel chamber is designed to open slowly. Panel chamber door. Okay, alright. Slowly we're piecing together his escape route. There they are.
We're not investigating yet. I need to look things over in more detail.
Alright. Guess we're missing some stuff. Up here, decontamination device.
This is the decontamination device in the panel chamber. It looks like it's here to purify any toxic gas that escapes from the chamber next door. But the cover doesn't open and close like the decontamination device in the airlock.
Couldn't hide in here, not that it matters.
There's no way someone can fit through.
So does this mean Fink is aware of how the lab operates? Like its blueprints? Did he know there was a hiding place in the first room? Or was he just lucky? Unlike the decontamination device in the airlock chamber, the cover of the one in the panel chamber cannot open or close.
I see.
Okay, now are we done in here? Do you think there's anything else to look at?
The peacekeepers are here.
Don't panic, we're
Don't
fine.
worry about it. They can't see you at all.
It still feels pretty weird.
Suppose it would if they're like looking straight through you and don't notice. Amapal's here.
The Amapal we used is still here. I did promise to return it.
Okay, so we got a footprint on top of it.
Huh? What's this?
What's that all about?
Looking at it carefully, there's a mark on the back of its head. Is that a shoe print?
Huh? Well, what's a shoe print doing there?
I don't remember seeing this mark when we sent Amapal into the airlock.
Huh.
Could it have been from back then? When we tried to enter the lab, Amapal fell over.
Right. Still, how does standing on top of it knock it over?
The fleeing culprit kicked it! It must have left a mark!
You don't kick it by stomping it. And if it was tilted over, there's no need for a footmark to be on it. Was it used as a boost somehow? To get into the extractor fan hatch?
You did it, Master! You finally found a sign of the killer! All that's left is to figure out how the culprit managed to get through that perfect security.
That's the biggest mystery here.
In the critical lab, there was a shoe print on Amapal's head. Okay. Let's go over to the Peacekeepers. See what they have to say.
The peacekeepers are still talking. I wonder what else they have to say.
By the way, do you know anything about this dead old guy?
Oh, it's the foul-mouthed Peacekeeper that never swears.
Yeah, I worked security here. Geezer was famous in the worst possible way. He took advantage of people for his research and didn't care how many were sacrificed.
Oh.
He seemed to have gotten even more and more arrogant over the last few years. 3 years ago, the higher-ups canned his big project. He lived as a shut-in after that.
A big project? Is it the same one Makoto mentioned?
He was part of a big project that was cancelled in the past. He's shut himself in here ever since.
There's really no way to verify now if that research was about homunculi.
The old man was hard of hearing, so he couldn't really hear what anyone said.
Really?
When it comes to other people, their words literally fell on deaf ears. And that being said, he could read lips.
Maybe that's why he didn't notice Fink was in there until it was too late and couldn't hear anything.
Read lips? So we watched someone's mouth to figure out what they were saying?
Lip reading? So that explains what he said back then.
Who the hell are you? I refuse to speak with any disrespectful hoodlums.
Right. Because he couldn't understand what Makoto was saying.
Either take off your mask or present someone whose mouth I can view.
Back then, the doctor refused to talk with Makoto. It was because he couldn't read his lips due to the mask he wore.
Between you and me, There were some suspicious rumors about the old man, too.
What rumors?
Yeah, I want to know.
Yeah, well, I want to know a lot of things too, but you guys don't spill the beans. Like, what's your deal with Vivia?
He said he shut himself in here for research. But he was plotting something bad.
And what's that?
He was planning to flee from Kanai Ward.
Not a uncommon sentiment.
That's stupid. It's not even possible.
Well, that's just a rumor. After what happened, we'll never know.
So he was planning to flee the city. I guess that's what the geezer was up to.
Right. How do you do that from a lab that you've shut yourself in?
Master, looks like you got some nice info since you turned into a ghost.
Trying to escape Kanai Ward would be considered betraying Amaterasu Corporation. Did the hitman go after him because of this? Someone in Amaterasu Corp who knows the doctor could have hired a hitman to kill him. But who?
Who indeed? Information on Dr. Huesca. The doctor had hearing issues severe enough that he could be considered deaf. He was also trying to flee Kanai Ward. Okay, we've got his provisions here.
There's canned food and water bottles here. This all looks like food. There isn't much left.
No.
The guy wasn't right in the head if he was surviving for months on such plain food.
Yeah, it's fairly strange.
There are canned food and bottles of water inside the lab. However, not much of either remains. He wasn't going to stay here much longer. That's why he said he was going to come out for supplies. His notebook, his computer, medicine cabinet, his body. There's still so much to investigate. Let's take a look.
There's an open notebook on the desk. Does it have to do with the doctor's research? It contains symbols and diagrams.
What's that one at the bottom there? Splatter something on someone and what? They turn invisible?
Looks like he's splashing liquid on someone. What does it mean?
Is it acid? Doctor's computer.
This is the doctor's computer. The screen looks like it's in sleep mode.
And I can't operate it.
I'm sure it contains some important data, but I can't touch it in ghost form. I wish there was a way to check it out.
It's so sad when you can't touch anyone. I totally know the feeling.
Oh, do you?
I guess. You just gotta give up.
That's your sobbing noise? Well, you're happy I'm a ghost now then, I suppose?
The stuff here appears to be chemicals. There are symbols on each label. The one on the front is...
Oh, I know this symbol. It's probably sulfuric acid.
Huh, H2SO4.
It's a highly acidic liquid that can melt anything.
Sulfuric acid. I better not touch it then. Then again, I can't touch anything right now.
Maybe he was splashing acid on
This
someone.
reminds me. I saw this symbol on the label in the notebook earlier.
There you go.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the symbol for sulfuric acid.
So the doctor was trying to splash sulfuric acid on someone?
Was he testing a new suit that could withstand acid and perhaps even toxic gas?
Oh, but sulfuric acid could melt clothes and skin. It'd be a terrible sight.
Melting clothes and skin.
Notes showing a diagram of someone being splashed with sulfuric acid. The doctor's notes. There's a picture of someone on there too, I saw. Whiteboard, nothing there. Doctor's corpse. Let's look at the corpse itself.
Dr. Huesca.
Stabbed 3 times.
I never even got to ask him about the homunculi. And now he's dead.
He has 3 wounds on his back. A knife is still stuck in one of them. He doesn't appear to have any other injuries. It's safe to assume this was the cause of death. I'm like an awesome detective's assistant.
Oh yeah, you're totally Watson, alright.
Thanks. You've been a great help.
Say it again. Compliment me more.
Okay, don't push your luck. There's 3 stab wounds in Dr. Huesca's back with no other injuries. This appears to be the cause of death. I did wonder why there's so much blood on the front. Knife uses murder weapon.
It's probably the murder weapon. It has a unique shape. There's an inscription on it. I can see the letter F.
Hey, shouldn't we move the corpse out of here soon? They're always telling us to clear out corpses quickly since the rain makes them rot so fast.
It's not raining in here.
Nah, we leave it alone until we receive further orders. Did you see the knife stuck in his back? That's the one that Fink the slaughter artist uses, right? I've heard about his knives inscribed with the letter F. They say that's his proof to his clients that he was the one who got the job done.
I see.
So Fink the slaughter artist really killed the doctor? I thought those detectives did it.
Oh, no, they're framing him.
Either way, it doesn't matter. Hey, don't you think a knife from a famous hitman would go for a high price?
I don't know. Do you want to attract the ire of Saint Hitman?
Huh? You thinking of stealing evidence? You better not keep it all for yourself.
So that unique knife belongs to Fink the slaughter artist. Speaking of which, the knife near Chief Yako looked strangely similar to this.
Mm-hmm.
So the doctor was, in fact, killed by Fink?
A knife with the letter F inscribed on it for respect. This appears to be the weapon used to murder Dr. Huesca. Okay. Don't suppose there's anything else you got for me? Is there anything left in this lab for us to look at? Pretty sure we've examined everything, no? Oh, vent.
There's a small vent here. It's not large enough for a person to get through. And the cover is fixed in place.
The only culprits who could get through here would be fairies or gnomes.
Okay, but can we go through and see? There's a tiny vent in the critical lab, but the cover is fixed in place and not large enough for a person to pass through.
I think that's about it.
I think I've checked what I can here. Alright. I guess we're wrapping up our investigation. Fink the slaughter artist. How the hell did you get in here?